example 6, when you're solving for x, y, and z, remember that you want to end up making two equations that just have x and y. Okay? Two equations with just x and y. So if you look, we want to either get rid of the x's or the y's or the z's. If you look at the problems, which variable looks like will be the easiest to get rid of? The y's. So for my first one, I'm going to add these two equations together and get rid of the y's. Okay? So I'm just going to write them to the side. We have 2x minus 2y plus 4z equals 6. And 4x plus 2y plus 8z equals 12. Those two are already set up to get the y's, to eliminate the y's. So when I do that, these y's cancel out, and we have 6x plus 12z equals what? 18. Okay, so I have one equation with just x and z. So now I need another equation that just has x and z. So I need to get rid of the y's again, but I have to use two different equations. So if I use these two equations, I can get rid of the y's as well without doing anything, right? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite those. So we have 4x plus 2y plus 8z equals 12, and 4x minus 2y plus 8z equals 12. Okay, so here again our y's eliminate, and we have 8x plus 16z equals 24. Yes? Okay, so now we have these two equations. What is going to be the easier variable to get rid of, the x's or the z's? Okay, what number are we going to use to get rid of the x's? We could do 24, right? And you could do whatever you want. 24 is just smaller, so that would be a little bit nicer. So in order to make x 24 on this one, I'm going to multiply this one by what? 4. And I'm going to multiply this one by what? But I'm going to actually make this one negative 3, because one of them has to be positive and one of them has to be negative. So on this one, when I multiply everything by 4, I get 24x plus, what's 4 times 12? 48z equals, and 18 times 4 is 72. Right? Okay, so on this one, when I multiply through by negative 3, I get negative 24x. Negative 3 times 16 is negative 48z. And negative 3 times 24 is negative 72. What ends up happening here? And we get 0 equals 0. What happens when you get something like 0 equals 0? All solutions, or all reals. Had we gotten like x equals 5, what would you do at that point? You plug it in. So once you got x equals 5, you'd plug it into one of these equations and find z. Once you have x and z, you'd plug those back in and try to find y. Okay?